Good morning, everyone. As you can see from the title, good morning. Breaking news, Uber scandal. I'm going on live. So let me go ahead and tell you what just pulled up on my news read about Uber. Now, where is it? I just saw it a minute ago. And President Trump made confusing reference to Sweden. That's not new. 5 things you need to know about Monday. Nope. And day something. Where is it? I just saw it. Dozens of workers lose their jobs for participating in day without immigration protests. When y'all people gonna learn? Where is it? I just saw it. Anyways, I'm gonna keep on talking while I find this news read. It had said about Uber and some kind of sexual harassment scandal. Where's that thing? Don't worry. So they're tired about dang stuff on Trump. Don't people really know that the more they keep feeding into something, the more y'all giving him that much power? And then he's gonna keep claiming fake news when it goes against him. Trump proposal would deport more immigrants immediately. Okay, so I guess now they're trying to attack. The attack will be on immigrants. Over 70 years, Nazi victimized this community, still struggle for acceptance. All right, whatever. Where is it, y'all? Slam dunk contest, NBA All-Star. That was a joke. I'm glad I didn't bother to watch it. No defense. If I wanted to look at a circus for basketball, I would have done it. Where the hell is it? Okay, I'm going to get to it. I want to know. All right, I'm going to find it in a different way. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to keep on chit-chatting while I am on the news read. Well, let me go and tell y'all some little updates. Sometime this week, once I find time, I'm going to start doing my tax returns. See, I got all my information. See, look here, my W-2 from the IRS, my 1099s. I still didn't get one from damn Postmates. Damn ass bastards. Advisor disagrees with Trump, gets reassigned. That's what they call it now? Boy, I swear, y'all people, boy, you know. That man is crazy, I'm telling y'all. Okay, here it is, y'all. Uber CEO orders urgent investigation after sexual harassment allegations. So I don't know how to show it, but I'm going to read it. It's right here. Let me show y'all. Oops, not that. Right here.
For Partners in Health, time is
Oh, come on. Who needs all the commercials?
Staff around the world. The Microsoft Cloud gave us a single platform to reach across our entire
organization. Yeah, Microsoft Cloud, blah, blah, blah.
Those that need it.
Okay, y'all. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stunning stats about Uber. People have taken over 2 billion Uber rides. Uber estimated value is 60 to 70 billion, which is larger than Mantel, Whole Foods, and Hertz. And it's only 7 years old. Cars are just the start. Uber tested the delivery of ice cream, Christmas trees, cupcakes, and kittens. And the median income of an UberX driver in San Francisco is $74,191 a year. Fucking liars. Uber doesn't just use cars. They tested Uber choppers in New York, Uber for boats in Boston, and for ride shares in India. Uber search use pricing when demand spikes 180% during the 2015. Come on now, stop talking these lies. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
For partners in health.
Okay. This is the headlines, y'all. Uber CEO orders urgent investigation after sexual harassment allegations. Reported today on CNN Tech, February the 19th at 22:08 hours, 8 p.m. Uber said Uber said is opening an urgent investigation after a former employee made public allegations of sexism and harassment at the company. Susan Fowler, an engineer who published a blog post on Sunday detailing her experience at Uber, claimed that the company refused to do more than issue a warning to a supervisor after she and other women complained about sexual harassment. Fowler wrote that she was blamed after making a number of reports detailing gender discrimination. Another superior threatened to fire her for bringing her concerns to human resources, Fowler wrote. Uber CEO Travis Kalanick, in a statement issued several hours after Fowler post, said that what Fowler described as abhorrent and against everything Uber stands for and believes in. Kalanick said he had not known of Fowler's claims. He said he instructed the company's chief human resources officer to conduct an urgent investigation into these allegations. We seek to make Uber a just workplace, and there can be absolutely no place for this kind of behavior at Uber. And anyone who behaves this way or thinks this is okay will be fired, Kalanick said. Fowler did not immediately respond to CNN Money's request for comment. Uber is taking heat online over Fowler's post. The delete Uber hashtag has been revived. It has been threading several weeks ago after Uber initial response to President Trump's immigration ban. Uber investor Jason Keller responded to the controversy, saying in a tweet that what Fowler described is not acceptable. Arrington Huffington, who joined Uber's board of directors last year, said on Sunday that she would work on her investigation into Fowler's allegations. She tweeted out of her email address for anyone who wanted to contact her directly. And this is what Ariana Huffington stated. Just talk with Travis, and as representative of Uber board, I will work with Leanne to conduct a full independent investigation starting now. In a post titled Reflecting on One's Very, Very Strange Year at Uber, Fowler described repeated sexism she saw and dealt with after starting work in November 2015. Fowler claimed that a supervisor made sexual advances within weeks of starting her job. She said she reported him to HR, but was told they wouldn't feel comfortable giving him anything other than a warning and a stern talking to. Fowler said in the post that she was told she could find another team at Uber to work with, and that she could continue to work with the person she had accused. After she switched teams, Fowler said she met other women who had similar problems with the same person. They went to HR, Fowler said, but the company denied the existence of other complaints. Fowler said she was later blocked from transferring teams another time, despite having a perfect performance score. I was told that performance problems aren't always something that has to do with work, but sometimes can be about things outside of work of your personal life, Fowler wrote in the post. Months later, she claimed her performance score was lowered, and she was told she didn't show any signs of any upward career trajectory. She said she sent reports to HR every time something ridiculous happened, every time a sexist email was sent. Later, Fowler wrote, managers at the company would order leather jackets only for male employees because there were not enough women in the organization to justify placing an order. Fowler said she notified HR and claimed she was later told by a supervisor she was on a very thin ice for going to HR. Fowler said she started looking for another job and left Uber in December. She started working at Stripe in January. All right. So Uber has a sex scandal of harassment going on. They also had another scandal that went kind of unnoticed. It was about the one of the Uber liaisons or whoever the hell they were was fined $90,000 for something else. But let me see if I can see that. I saw that popped up as well. Now I'm kind of surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because entrepreneur guy or Kevin out there in Sacramento, California, I believe you live, Kevin, entrepreneur. Surprisingly, I watch your videos, but you give some good updates. So I'm quite sure you probably made that video, but you probably didn't post it. You've been downloading a lot of videos in the last couple of days, 5, 6 at a time. But you know what? I keep myself entertained when I'm sitting there driving, doing Uber, not Uber, hell with Uber, when I'm doing Grubhub. So being that I always do Grubhub and I'm sitting around, you watch YouTube videos. But yes, that's what happened. Breaking news. Now, how is that going to affect Uber in terms of its drivers and Uber Eats delivery personnel and its customers? Let me tell you, if Uber could treat its internal employees in that way, where someone's harassing, sexual harassment is going on, could you imagine how they handle issues with drivers when people punch you in the face, harass you, cause physical harm to drivers, and what Uber response is? And their response is, well, we make an incident report and we investigate it. Or the incident that happened a few months ago with the other driver in Atlanta, the Indian guy with this white chick she put her hands on him, and he basically, protected himself. They let him go, and then that bitch is on the news crying about, I'm so distraught, and he hit me. I would have punched you in your damn face too. If somebody come in my damn car and you telling me how to drive, and then you putting your hands in somebody's face, then you hit somebody. And what Uber did was terminated him. Oh, I see lawsuits at the yin yang. I hope that employee, a former employee at Uber, takes them for millions. And you know what? And now, next you know, don't be surprised. Somebody's going to write a little thing on your app. It's going to pop up with, we don't tolerate sexual harassment in the workplace. And now they're going to try to find a PR person. Maybe I should become a PR person or a crisis strategist when these companies get in trouble. I'll be the Olivia Pope of Uber, Grubhub, and all the rest of these companies when they mess up, you know. Now, I don't know how Uber's going to bounce back with that allegation, but I could assure you they're going to watch, trust and believe if they're not going to come back and send something through the app for the drivers about what's they're going to make their position. We strongly don't believe in the sexual harassment, and we treat all employees fairly, and we don't harass, and we don't handle this, and we don't expect this to happen with watch. Be some BS. You know, all these, all these companies, I'm telling you. And I bet you if this happened during President Obama's term, people would have had some way to find a twist to blame it on him. But you see what happens? See what happens with these white supremacists, white males. They think they could just they think they could just harass women in the workplace and get away with it. But you know what? I guess if the president could use the word pussy and putting his hand up there and they could tolerate that, and and see where he's at. He's the president. And you see a whole bunch of white women follow behind him. I ain't gonna talk about the black folks of how who supported Trump, but y'all gonna see soon enough too. Trump loving, kissing ass. I love Trump. I ain't gonna tell you who had a video that made it. That's why I unsubscribed to that particular person. Jackass. I don't care who you choose to vote for, but come on. Give me, use some logic about it. But I could assure you, if the president could put his hand up his skirts and make those kind of comments, and sexual harassment claims been made against the president, Trump, and nobody seems to care about it, I'm truly going to see how Uber is going to bounce back from this, if it ever gets, if anyone even takes any claim to that. But I guess this is supposed to be the year of the white supremacist white male, they could get away with anything. But shoot, I know one thing, I'll be going all the way to the lawyer, hit them where it hurts in the pocketbook, hit them right where it hurts in their pocket. Shoot. That's what I would shoot. Man, please. But you know what? But y'all gonna still keep on making these videos about Uber. Uber is the best thing in the world. You ain't using me. That's for sure. Sometimes we have to, sometimes our values have to be aligned to who we choose to work with, partnership with. I'm not going to sit up in here and advocate or promote a company when they could treat their own employees like that. If they could treat their own employees like that and allow that to happen, I'm quite sure Uber is not no big, 10,000, 30,000 employees at that office. I'm not even counting the drivers, because the drivers make up the bulk of the personnel, even though we're not employees. But I could assure you, in the technology field that's mostly dominated by white men, and she's probably, I'm quite sure she's one of the very few women that work in the IT fields, probably work for any of these big companies. They don't have a lot of women, and I know they ain't got no black folks, so you can forget about that. Black folks in it? Nope, that ain't gonna happen. At least not quickly. They like to say, oh, we want to be dark about diversity. Diversity means that as long as they have a white woman in their company, that's diversity to them. Diversity does not expand beyond, or put it this way, even though Indian people from India, they don't believe they black. They not black, but they got darker skin. But yet they seem to put themselves away from being a minority. So these companies, when they saying, "Oh, we are diverse, we believe in diversity," that means white women, Indian, and maybe one black man, one black guy, and it better not be strong, dominant black men. It's probably some gay black guy that, so they'll put, they'll sprinkle them in that little category. But in terms of any black folks working in that IT companies like Uber, Google, and all the rest, yeah, they have their little tokens here and there to work in the company just to justify that they have diversity. But that's a whole different topic. I know I'm getting off the damn topic about breaking news with Uber scandal. But anyway, I'm sure I'd like to see how this is going to play out. But knowing, depending on if Uber has fall back in the graces of Trump land, maybe they'll try to sweep that under the rug. Good old boy network. Okay, let's give her a couple of thousands of dollars and make it go away. But you know what, though? Based on what I just read, Uber just don't have a heart. They don't have a heart in terms of work environment for women, especially in a male-dominated industry such as IT. Can you imagine what went on at that place when she worked there? Can you really imagine? They don't even value the drivers, giving these little nickels and dimes, and people driving around like a damn fool, driving for Uber like, "Ooh, do Uber, I'm getting paid Uber money." Man, it's money out there. Man, please. Money out there. To each their own. Grubhub and all the rest of them, they ain't no different, but they're no different. But what makes Uber so bad is that it downright, it's just, I'm not going to sit up in here and even speak any good things about Uber. And it just makes my skin crawl when I look at some of y'all people's videos and y'all just talk about Uber like, I just love Uber. You what? You love being a fucking slave? That's what you love doing? Because goddamn it, one thing I can say for sure, at least the other companies give you a tip option. At least they do that. At least Grubhub, they give the minimum $10 per hour just for you dragging around and, just for you to be all up in the dang street all day. At least they say that. At least they say, okay, if you don't make more than $30 in 3 hours, we'll give you $30 and make up the difference as long as you take 75% of the rides. But you can always maneuver that, But I could assure you, the way how Uber just takes advantage of his drivers, let me talk about that dang booking fee increase that occurred all over the nation. You justify a booking fee increase because that's supposed to cover regulation fees such as what they pay for like safety issues or the fees that Uber has to pay to go into the airport in Atlanta. They have to pay something. Someone had to pay for that. That ain't free. Those little tags thing they mailed us to put on, you go to the airport, they have to pay to do business with the airports, to have people drive, waiting in a queue for people to get rides from the airport. So what they do, it's okay, we're gonna pass, and I've been knew that. I mean, they've been said that months ago when they was talking about these airport regulations and changes that were gonna happen in Atlanta. So they put that fee, tag it on to the customer. Then they turn around, you still gonna take the fee out, but you say, oh, it's not gonna affect your pay. Hell, they ain't gonna affect your pay because you ain't getting no more money. That's what it is. They talk about, oh, we need to change the fees, change the fare structure so we could go ahead and have some more technology advancement. And all you do is come up with some bullshit things about, oh, we love the way they play the music in their car. Ooh, we love that, little stupid cartoon tags. And once I finished learning how to code, I could do that myself. But they don't have enough people who understand. I mean, we don't educate ourselves enough. When I mean I'm talking about Black people. We don't educate ourselves enough in a technology field other than some bullshit job that they want you to be working a help desk, answering phone calls and saying, okay, well, and learn and doing some low-level customer service job. That ain't IT. I'm sorry. That's not IT. That's just a low-level skilled job in IT. When I mean IT, I'm talking about the positions and skill sets to learn data mining, business intelligence, robotics, learning how to code, learning HTML, CSS, that type of skill sets I'm talking about. That type of skill sets. For these companies we work for that develop these apps, I've looked at every company that I've ever worked for in these gig economies, and I looked at the career opportunities from each of these companies, and each of them, they're always looking for web developers. They always looking for data analysts, business intelligence, all these positions that pay six figures. And I also look at the team members. I said, let me click on these people and see who they are. I ain't seen one person of color. All white men, a few Indians, people from India, as long as they could work here. And maybe a couple of white women. But most of them is dominated by white men. So here it is. Uber has a scandal, a sexual harassment scandal. And they did nothing about it. You white people who voted for Trump, and y'all gonna allow this to happen, I can assure you. Some of you white women, y'all voted for him. And he allowed to get away with the derogatory things that he's done and harassing women. And y'all sit right along there, marching on, toting on the banner. Watch. If anybody didn't learn anything with that years ago, with the Anita, what was her name? Anita Hill and Clarence Thomas from the 80s with the Coca-Cola and the pubic hair on the Coke. Remember that scandal? But because it was a black woman and a dang Oreo coon, Clarence Thomas, who's now on the Supreme Court, they didn't give a damn about what she said or what happened. And I believe that happened. I believe it. They don't have no respect. They didn't have no respect for black women, especially when they're black women who being harassed. They look at this and say, oh, look what she, that's a whole different topic altogether. They let only white men take advantage sexually. They sit there and take advantage. And I don't care anybody who made any of your trolls who get on this damn video talking some shit about women wearing short skirts and all that kind of crap, I'm gonna cut your damn dick off. So you make that stupid comment, I'll virtually chop it off. Now you may say, damn, you violent. But you know what though? I'm not gonna be passive. I'm not gonna be one of these, he did this to me. I'll kick your fucking ass. And if you think I can't do it, trust me, I will. That's why you were never gonna see Teresa get into no dang stupid shit like that. And if I have ever gotten to that situation, which I probably have in the past, trust and believe that into that conversation thing came out and to be a little bit more violent once I got to with them. So you're gonna see me crying, oh, you made me, they did this to me, and then it'll be me and you. We're gonna handle it, and trust me, and a whole bunch of my other uncles and cousins, male cousins, who will come. You're glad my father's still not alive. Y'all glad my father's not even alive anymore, because he don't play that shit either. My father used to walk around carry a hatchet knife right up in his dang car. He used to drive a cab in New York. Let anybody do something stupid. Bam. That'll be the end of that. The end. See, I don't play that. See, I have some West Indian blood in me. I don't believe in that victim, and come running and crying. Oh, I'll be running and crying. I'll be crying, all right. But I could assure you, you're going to get your licks in. I'll be damned if I work at a company, and somebody going to harass me. And, you go to human resources and they're going to say, well, ain't nothing going to happen. I bet you it'll be right outside the parking lot waiting for your ass. I had a coworker who did that shit when I worked at the IRS. He gonna send me a text message. I want to eat your pussy. I went right to his desk with a coworker as proof and showed it to a couple people. I didn't run to no damn human resources and say, oh, look what he did to me. Because you know what? Because they gonna say, oh, we have to investigate it. They wouldn't do shit. So you know what? Sometimes you have to get your own justice in. You have to do your own justice. And that's what that's the point I'm making right now with Uber. Let somebody like Kevin, you in your video, you said how some Korean guy snatched your phone, broke it, and he was drunk, and no, he didn't hurt me, but you got all shooken up and scared. Man, please. That dang Korean guy probably would have made his way to the next flight out. He would have had something on his ass. Don't be waiting for Uber to think they're gonna do a write an incident report and we investigate it. Bullshit. If they didn't investigate this woman's claim who works for Uber, how the hell you think they're gonna care about drivers? I wish somebody, like I said, I wish somebody would get in my damn car and attack me. I wish. I ain't gonna say hope. I wish somebody did that. I could assure you it will be me and you. And I'm not calling no damn police. Because by the time I get through with your ass, you gonna be wishing you ain't never even stepped your foot in my damn car. Somebody gonna, attack you. That's why I can't drive no more with people. Ever since that damn cracker up there in Virginia Highlands, and I still know where he lives, coming here talking shit. I'm the worst Uber driver ever. And they're going to slam my car door to the point where my glass almost broke. I would have got in my damn car and bashed his motherfucking head in. But the only reason what stopped me from doing that was because I was still under that dang court order thing from the year ago from punching that other bitch in the face in my court thing, and I was still under that little anger management class and didn't get the case dropped yet. That was the only reason I saved his dumb ass that night. No, did that happen? Yeah. That was the only reason, because that still was still an open case. And then I looked at my background report this morning from applying for shit. You know, they're not even on there. But I can assure you, your ass got saved because of that. But I can tell you, don't let nobody get in your car thinking they're going to talk shit, and surely they're not going to try to put your hands on me. It's going to be, you're going to have your hand broken. It will be broken. Let me work at some place and somebody come up and me talking some shit. You know, sometimes you have to take your own justice in your own hands. You know? I hope with this woman with that sexual harassment, you know, you work for Stripe. I hope that you take millions of dollars out of Uber's hands, out of their pocket. Sue the hell out of them. Uber don't give a damn about nobody but themselves. They don't give a damn about no one else or what happens in their workplace. If they didn't care what happened in their workplace, they ain't gonna care about anybody. They ain't gonna care nobody, these drivers and people delivering their food and people driving people. They ain't gonna care. Oh, you're not allowed to carry a weapon in your car. If the state allows you to carry a gun, concealed weapon, and you got your permit on you, and you have it, trust me, I'm gonna get one and put one in there too. I mean, I carry it with me. I mean, I go to certain places, but you know what? That's why I can't drive with nobody, people no more. I ain't gonna do it, and I don't get out of my car when I deliver food in certain neighborhoods either. If I know I'm going to some raggedy ass at night, dropping off stuff, food or whatever, you coming outside, you gonna meet me at the door, at my door. Don't put yourself in situations to get hurt, because ain't nobody gonna give a damn. Hey, I got 3 viewers. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get on here. You know, people ain't gonna give a damn about you. Period. They're not. They're not going to care. So don't sit here and believe and think that Uber's going to do anything about their investigation. They ain't going to do shit. They're not going to do nothing about it. And the only way you get their attention is go on the news. Go on the news. Call CNN. Call whomever. I don't care. ESPN for that, even though they for sports. Call somebody. Call the bureau. News bureau. Because that's the only thing that's going to wake up Uber. Is embarrass them publicly and then turn around, let them settle out in court. And then I'll sign a no gag order and say I won't repeat what happened. Drag them to the damn court. Drag them, get all that millions of dollars and get them. You know? See, that's why you can't trust people getting in your car. You know, you got these little dumb, privileged, giggly ass, flaky ass white folks. And these damn ghetto nigger people. Black folks ain't give you much problem, but those don't. You got to watch out for those privileged white women in particular that gets in your car and start harassing, start doing stupid stuff. Because next thing you know, they're going to say, oh, it was a black man. He raped me. How many times I've heard that in Atlanta last year? About 2-3 stories I've heard that. I was at the bar and I was drunk and my friends left me and I was raped and, lying. Whatever happened to that damn story? Because God damn it, Uber surely didn't put nothing out there. But then you sit up in here taking some poor black man driving, being a slave to that Uber, gets implicated over some fake. Now you want to talk about fake news? Some of these stories I've heard last year, particularly about people doing Uber, was fake. He attacked me, and I would tell And then you see these stupid ass people, call themselves putting their hands on Uber drivers, and then they turn around and get on the news. He attacked me. I'm gonna go to a lawyer and get millions of dollars and sue Uber. Meanwhile, your ass is deactivated and shit out of luck, and or worse, you have some kind of pending investigation from DeKalb County or Atlanta police on you over somebody making some lies. So you know what? It goes both ways. It goes both ways. So don't fall for the hokey doke with these damn Ubers. Just don't. Okay, my breakfast is burned. I can smell it all the way up here. All right, I'll be back in a minute. I see 2 viewers, but I ain't see nobody. But anyway, let me go downstairs. I'll be back. And I don't work for DoorDash no more. I just wear the shirt. All right, y'all, I'm back. All right, I must have lost 2 viewers. So I got 1 person now. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. And nothing more to talk about. But I'm telling y'all, when it's all said and done, Uber could care less. And why something always have to happen for them to finally respond about something? Why you have to always react when something bad comes about? You know, somebody has to write and do a YouTube video about what's internally going on. I'm telling you, next thing you know, they're gonna find some illegal actions going on with Uber when it comes to that money. See, when it comes to that money, that's when hell's gonna hit. That's when hell's gonna hit the fan. I don't know how Uber's doing it. Well, I know how they're doing it. They're sheltering that money overseas. They're not paying no taxes. But see, when you have a president who doesn't show their own tax return, see, right now, they're going to be protected for about 4 years. If you think Uber cares, they're going to cut that dang rate to 20 cents a mile and disguise it in such a way that you wouldn't even know the difference. But y'all going to still keep driving, you know. I'm gonna still keep, and I hate to say this, I don't care what y'all think or what anybody say. The only reason why some of y'all make these videos, y'all not truly believe in driving. Y'all figured, okay, well, I'm not gonna drive no more. So let me go ahead and make a video and make videos and say how great Uber is and see if I can get $500. Let's be honest. Why would I drive when I know I could refer replacements in my place, because I'm not going to drive anymore, and get $500? Just keep recycling drivers. Okay, let me go ahead, be a driver, and then let me go ahead and try to get some money and see if I can get somebody to replace me to drive in my place and see if I can get $500. But if more and more people keep doing that, then what's the chances of you getting that bonus? What's the chance of getting it? So please don't do, I don't promote my code for no Uber for that very fact that it's not worth it. This phone charger. See, that is my viewpoint on that. Period. I'll see how big of a story this becomes. But it may be swept under the carpet. And Uber's they're gonna send a memo they're gonna first send a memo to the green light office employees first, since they're employees. And then eventually it'll break around to the drivers and then to customers. Because if there's some women out there who feel that Uber is going to tolerate that type of sexual harassment in the workplace, then they can't afford to lose any more drivers. They cannot afford to lose any more customers either. So, all right, y'all. I think I've been rambling long enough, but scandal at Uber. I don't know. I shouldn't be surprised. But I hope we'll see what happens with that one. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.